This is just supposed to be another quick ramble. It's the second half to the video that I put out on the main channel. And I just wanted to answer the question that I pose in the title of this video with a little bit more depth. I tried to be funny in the main video. I don't know if that came across. So I'm just gonna talk fairly seriously. I've got the script for the other video up. I'm just gonna go for it, really. So first things first. Let's just answer the question. Just outright answer the question. Why do people hate Recon? They hate bad Recons. Now, let me break it down for you. There are 3 parts, really, to a Recon. There is the Recon part. Recon is short for reconnaissance. And they have all of the tools to provide reconnaissance. The laser designator or the SOFLAM, the recon drone, the tracer dart. These are all reconnaissance items. The kit of a recon is designed to allow you to get as much information as possible and then provide that information to your team. And a lot of people ignore that. A lot of people ignore the recon part of Recon and just don't provide anything other than their passive spotting, which even then they might not do a really good job at. The second factor is positioning. It kind of ties into the first and the third one that I'll get to. Java update checker. Oh, okay. New Java update available. Whatever. What was I going on about? Positioning, right. It goes into option 1 or part 1, which was the reconnaissance, and it'll go into part 3, which I'll get into in a second. But people do play Recon too far away. They do. It's an unfortunate habit that everyone gets into. I get into it because of the nature of the weapons that Recons are good with. You stay far away. It's just an unfortunate reality. The best range for Recon in reality is about 75 meters. 75 to 100 meters. That's where they operate best, roughly. But that feels wrong. And that feels wrong because of part 3. The rifles themselves. The class identity might be of reconnaissance, but the class fantasy is that of your long-distance sniper taking shots from 2,000-3,000 meters away, cracking heads and painting brain matter against the wall. And it's a really cool fantasy, and it's a fantasy that you have to step into and go, I am better than everyone else. I said that in the main video, but it's an I am better class. And people forget that they need to be better. A lot of people pick it up for the fantasy and then don't put in the time to learn how to play it properly. It's just an unfortunate reality. People want to be the sniper, but they're not very good at it. So they don't get a lot of kills. So they're not contributing to the team through their assists and their points. I saw a guy, it was breakthrough on Operation Firestorm. He'd sit behind a rock, like go prone behind a rock, less than 20-30 meters away from the actual objective, and just drone. And he had a friend who was throwing ammo packs at him every time he respawned. Every time the support respawned, I should say. And he had, I think, like 134 spot assists by the end of it, because there was just so much information he was giving to the team. Anyway, random ramble aside. Oh, I also forgot they have the proximity detonators, proximity detectors. Those are fantastic tools for like room clearing and for flank watching and doing all that sort of stuff. They're really good. Not a lot of people use them though, because they're a throwable on a class that's for sniping. Second tangent over. So yeah, those are the three main things that cause people to not like recons. They're not being recons. They're not doing the reconnaissance part of their job. They're... I was in the wrong bloody thing this whole time. So they're not being reconnaissance. This part of the video might sound a little bit different. I'm not too sure. I was talking to the wrong microphone. So the three reasons that people don't like recons are because, one, most of us will ignore the recon element of recon. They'll forget about the reconnaissance, the drones, the target designators, the proximity sensors. Two, they'll be super far away. They won't get to the objective. They won't have any time on the objective, which is ultimately what this game is about. They'll be too far away. They won't be engaged in a lot of gunfights that happen indoors. If there's a gunfight indoors and your recon's 200 meters away, they can't do anything about that. And the third is that a lot of people are just bad at sniping in video games. It's a learned skill. It's something you have to really put some time into. And the second part of the question, why am I still gonna play it anyway? Because it's just really fun. All of those points that I've just said apply to me a dozen times over. I'm going to be putting B-roll behind this, and it's going to be just footage of me whipping shot after shot after shot. And not using my recon, not using my drone, and not using my laser designator, and so much more. But it's just so fun. And I'm going to keep doing it. Because... good at it. Massive exclamation mark, massive exclamation marks, massive asterisks around that. I put in the time to learn. I have. I've been playing Recon in Battlefield. I play Recon and Engineer primarily. I have played so much Recon in Battlefield 6 that I went over to go and play Engineer and try and get some footage for Engineer, and I forgot how to control recoil. I forgot how to pull down on the mouse in this game, because I'm used to just clicking and them dying, and it's just fucked with me really hard. Anyway, I've been playing Recon since Battlefield 3, which was, I believe, 2011. Fuck. Yeah, I've been playing Recon since 2011. I put in the time. I didn't have all the tools they give you to use nowadays. Because they have simplified sniping. One of the main things is the rangefinder. Another tangent. The rangefinder is absolutely fucking atrocious in this game. Not because it's bad, but because it removes the skill. Battlefield 3 didn't have a rangefinder. Didn't have anything like that. So what we did was we either memorized the distances, or we looked at the objective markers. If the objective marker is 200 meters away, and they're like a bit further than that, we'll say roughly they're somewhere between 150 and 200 meters away. and then you dial it in from there. Battlefield 4 added a rangefinder, and it was a fantastic quality of life rangefinder, because what it did is what a real rangefinder does. It pings a distance, and you go, okay, they are exactly 200, they are exactly 176 meters away. So you dial it in for 200, and you aim a little bit low, or you dial it in for 150, because you could do that in that game. At least I think you could. On specific weapons, it's been a very long time, and I'm not going back to check. But you would dial it into your closest approximate, and then you'd still do the work from there. And they do actually have that in Battlefield 6. With the ping system, I really love the ping system as a recon, because you ping a hilltop and it says they are 430 meters away. So you click it up to 400, and then you dial it in from there, and it's really good, and it's really nice, and it feels how it used to feel. But back to Battlefield 4. The rangefinder was just a quality of life update, because it meant that you didn't have to memorize the distances. It wasn't rote memorization. You just got to the skill bit quicker. But now they've taken that skill out with you just hold a button and it zeroes exactly on the guy's head, which just is wrong. And I've seen people on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts and stuff saying bind it to your hold breath button, to your steady aim button. And it's just, it just removes that bit of skill from the game. They kind of have already. I'll put the clip up again, but there was a clip in my original video, which is that the markings on the guns are not super accurate. I did a little bit more testing, but the 100 meter, if you're zeroed on 100 with the M2010 with, it's the 6x scope, the SSDS 6x, the center dot is actually zeroed for 200. You get full accuracy up to 200 meters. Yeah, it's just wrong, because that fucks with everything else, because then you're adjusting, thinking that the first dot is going to be 200 and the second is going to be 300. So if it's a 400, you should be on the third dot, and it just completely fucks with it. And I hope they change that. I hope to God they change that. That would be so nice. But yeah, so they've gotten rid of some of the skill from Recon, but I'm just ignoring that. I'm playing it my own way, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm popping melons, to use the phrase, and it's just really good. I don't know. So to round up this hellhole of a video that's gone on for way longer than it should have, this was supposed to be a quick addendum. It's almost twice as long as the actual video. Oh god. There are 3 points to why they don't like having recons on their team. If you're good at least 2 of those points, if you're good at reconnaissance and positioning and shooting, or reconnaissance and shooting, you're a half decent recon, and you won't be an active detriment. They might still flame you, but you're not being an active detriment. I really love the class because it feels so good. It's the most satisfying, in my opinion, class in the game, because it feels like you have the most control over the space. The satisfaction of playing Recon is having control over the space, having control over this side of line. They have to respect you. They have to allow you this space. And it's being in control in the engagement. If some fucking M520 idiot wants to rattle off some rounds at me, I'm just gonna pop him in the brain, and I'm done with the day. Fuck him, I'm done. But don't give up. if people are calling you a bad recon, you can become a good one. It will take time, will take practice. You will have to get uncomfortable, because the best range for you to exist in is an uncomfortable one for someone with an 8x optic. But it's not impossible. And I hope that if nothing else, throughout the lifespan of this game, people come to recognize the use of a good recon, and that people at the very least can learn how to be better. Thank you for listening, and take care.